If you've been lifting for 1 to 2 years consistently and still can't bench press 225 for reps, then this video is for you, because I'm going to share a step-by-step framework for increasing your bench press strength so that you can finally rep those 2 plates. The barbell bench press primarily targets the pectoralis major, anterior deltoids, and triceps. During the lift, the pectoralis major contracts to horizontally adduct the humerus, while the anterior deltoids assist in shoulder flexion. Additionally, the triceps extend the elbow joint to complete the pressing motion. And if you want to bench 225 for reps, coordinating these muscle groups is key, which brings me to step number 1, optimizing your form. While this isn't a sexy tip, optimizing your form is the fastest way to improve your bench press numbers. In fact, when I was stuck bench pressing 185, it was a few simple adjustments to my form that pushed my bench to 225 almost instantly. Proper execution of the bench press involves generating maximum force while maintaining stability and minimizing stress on your joints. While you will and should develop a personalized technique suited to your anatomy as time goes by, adhering to established best practices will ensure a solid foundation for your strength development, accelerate your progress, and optimize your technique for maximal performance. First, we start by stabilizing the shoulder blades. During the bench press, we want to prioritize the shoulder girdle stability. Thus, before unracking the bar, retract and depress your shoulder blades. By doing so, you're putting the humerus in an externally rotated position, making it safer for the shoulder joint and allowing you to use more of your chest and less of your front delts. The next cue is to arch your back. In relation to the first cue, arching your back helps you pin your scapula in the optimal position. Not only that, but this positioning also effectively shortens your range of motion, which eliminates or at least reduces the weakest portion of the lift for most lifters, the bottom phase. Also, it allows those with less than mobile or achy shoulders to achieve proper depth without excessive strain or discomfort. From there, grip the bar slightly wider than shoulder width. Research involving elite bench press athletes demonstrated a 6 to 11% increase in strength using a wide grip compared to narrow or medium grips. Interestingly, strength was found to increase as the grip position widened. Similarly, a study with recreationally trained men revealed a 5 to 6% improvement in lift performance with medium and wide grips compared to narrow grips. Lifting at these grip widths will also help enforce another cue, keeping the bar, your wrist, and your elbow stacked, especially as the bar is moving. Keep the bar stacked over your wrist by positioning the bar diagonally across the meaty part of your palm. This will place less stress on the wrist and prevent the bar from slipping. Stacking your joints maximizes efficiency and safety. This alignment allows for a more direct transfer of power to the bar, distributing the load evenly across your joints and reducing the risk of injury from shear forces. As you press, maintain a consistent elbow position between 45 to 60 degrees. Flaring your elbows out will increase strain on your shoulder joint, and while it will increase chest involvement, it might take away from the equally important force production of the anterior deltoid. With this elbow position, the bar will naturally end up being lowered towards your sternum, but the efficient way down is not necessarily the same way up. When observing the bar path of elite powerlifters, it was found that pressing the bar back and up would be the most efficient way of lifting the bar off your chest. Once you've perfected the form, it's time to focus on your programming. Programming that, according to these studies, produces as much as double the results in terms of strength gains compared to the traditional linear approach to strength training. We're talking about DUP, or daily undulating periodization. At its core, instead of performing your exercises the exact same way each session, DUP has you switch up your sets and reps on a workout by workout basis. Let's say you're going to train your bench press twice a week. Instead of having 2 strength-focused days, it would look something like this. Bench press day 1 will focus on strength. Here, you'll perform 4 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps at 85% of your 1 rep max, with ample rest around 3 to 5 minutes between sets to ensure maximal effort. This heavy day focuses on building strength and neuromuscular adaptations. Bench press day 2, the focus will shift to hypertrophy. Here, you'll perform 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps at around 70% of your 1 rep max, with rest times being a bit shorter, around 2 minutes. Take note that these sessions should not be done consecutively. Ideally, you'll leave 2 to 3 days in between bench press sessions. By cycling through different rep ranges and intensities throughout the week, DUP training optimizes different muscle adaptations and thus promotes continuous progress. This method not only prevents plateaus, but also allows for sufficient recovery between sessions, ultimately leading to significant improvements in your bench press strength and muscle size over time. If your progress does stall despite your consistent effort, proper nutrition, and sufficient recovery, it's time to make some more adjustments to your training. One way to do this is by increasing your training volume. According to this meta-analysis, more weekly bench press volume is associated with greater strength gains. Specifically, the researchers observed a dose-response relationship where strength gains increase as a function of an increased number of sets. Since strength is essentially a skill, more sets means more practice, and practice makes progress. To incorporate this, simply shoot for a 1 to 2 set increase per week. Another way of blasting through sticking points is by building on accessory lifts. For example, this study showed a strong correlation between chest muscle thickness and bench press strength. In other words, a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. So, apart from barbell bench pressing alone, you can incorporate isolation movements like dumbbell flies, pec deck, and cable crossovers to augment your chest training. Additionally, if your weakness seems to be the lockout, then consider integrating additional triceps work or even floor presses instead. Overall, your accessory lifts will allow you to develop the individual muscles used in the bench press, providing a synergistic effect and thus reinforcing your overall pressing power. So there you have it, a simple but very effective roadmap for bench pressing 225 for reps. Nail down the form, undulate your rep ranges, and add accessory lifts to improve your weak points. Do that consistently over time, and you'll have no problem adding plates to the bar. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below, as it'll truly help out the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next one. Peace.